Welcome back to Wise Words from the Jungle. We're in a forest though. Now today's words we're talking about perfection. Are you a perfect person? Are you? Now a couple weeks ago I read this article. It says how the group of 6 or 7 monks doing heroin in a monastery in Tibet. My first reaction was like, what? You're monks, you're supposed to be all peaceful and one love and meditation and shit. And I was taken aback. The more I thought of it, the more I realized, as much as these monks are expected to hold this level of perfection and prestige and this idea of peace and harmony, as much as that is true, they are also human. And I feel, because me personally, I was fascinated in Buddhism for a while, but I meditated and this and that, but going off into the mountains, detached from everything, expected to just sit in silence all day with nothing but thoughts. I respect you if you can do it, but for the many people, it isn't realistic, it isn't sustainable. I feel the pressure to be perfect, hold ourselves to these certain standards within the confines of our natural human existence, which is naturally imperfection. We make mistakes, we learn. I think that pressure ends up in implosion. We end up self-destructing. And as much as the case for monks is on the extreme term, we often do this day by day. We say to ourselves, I have to be this, this, this and that. And if I'm not, then I'm a piece of shit. And again, it becomes self-destructive. Holding ourselves to these standards way above what we are. And in turn, we just end up imploding. We end up letting it all out in a negative way. So I feel that pressure to kind of ascend your level of humanity and achieve a sense of perfection that's beyond you currently is destructive. It ends up destroying you. Now, I think to remedy this, we need to give ourselves compassion on the journey to growth or improvement. Because the reality of it is we make mistakes. We're not going to be perfect first time, but we do want to be better. There's an ideal that we all have of ourselves. In your head you can picture it. This is me when I'm waking up early, eating my eggs, doing my work, this and that. And I think it's important to have that ideal, but it's important to make the steps there day by day instead of berating yourself every time you make a mistake, because you are human. But also there's a fine line between complacency and compassion. I'm not saying just let yourself go all willy-nilly and just flow into the ether and be controlled by your instincts. There is a sense of control you need within yourself to guide yourself through this. But also just remember to have self-compassion as you venture into the unknown, because it is the unknown. Even though you have this ideal of yourself who you think you should be, you don't know if that's what you really should be. So I think moving forward is important to confront yourself on this human level. I make mistakes. I'm going to keep trying to be better a little bit and confront other people on this human level. Too often we hold people to a standard that we don't even hold to ourselves. When I see this monk, I'm like, oh, this monk did heroin. Obviously I'd never do heroin, that's a bit of a stretch. But we hold other people to a higher standard. When we make mistakes, we don't hold the same energy when other people make mistakes. So I think overall, compassion. Compassion for yourself, compassion for those around you, We all make mistakes. We're human. Anyways, I'm in Switzerland. Look at the mountains. It's beautiful, isn't it? Go outside today. Go for a walk. Walk your dog. Be in nature. Remember compassion. Love thy neighbor.